While the Philadelphia Eagles are securing the future by managing cap space properly, the signings of free agents, extending multiple players' contracts, and having a great draft, the Dallas Cowboys are gearing up for a nasty plague for years to come, and the proof is in the pudding.
Just because you might not have a player doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to win the games.
You want to fly fast, fly alone. You want to fly far, fly together.
What's going on, everybody? I am your host, Levi Tyrell, and this is Eagles First and Goal. Okay, so the Dallas Cowboys are heading in a total different direction than the Philadelphia Eagles for various reasons. Let me tell you why. Well, first and foremost, when it comes to the offseason and how it should be handled, to me, it starts with the head. And it just seemed like Jerry Jones' head is starting to fall off. Why is that? Well, in the offseason or before the offseason, you need to make sure you either want to secure your active players by extending their contracts, showing you appreciate their efforts on trying to be a great, successful football team, or you decided that you just wanted to do away with them. And right now, I just haven't seen any facts or anything regarding current players' contracts happening yet. In fact, the source himself, Jerry Jones, had something to say when he was asked this simple question.
Your team could create significant cap space this year by doing some conversion of salary to signing bonus with players like Terrence Steele, Trayvon Diggs, even Dak. You haven't done that yet. Is that because of the ramifications in future cap years, including 2025, or why have those moves not been done to increase more cap space?
Well, the timing of them, as well as the amount of them, all are a part of a strategy that we were thinking about doing 2 years ago. If in fact it involves a player that was here 2 years ago. We don't make a contract with someone, but what we don't understand, how we may be melling that contract into our overall salaries. So there's no surprises here. Because it's competitive, because it may involve outside, we would call it outside, but possibly snagging a free agent, doing things like that. We don't sit here and put this in on ESPN, but nobody does, and because it's competitive. But the point that I'm trying to answer and make, aside from answering your question specific, no surprises here. Knew that it was going to be challenging. It always is. But am buoyed by the team that we've got, buoyed by the fact that we've got young players that either for injury or otherwise, they've got to step up. They will step up. Some won't as much as we wanted. Some will do more. All of that I feel very good about. I feel as good as any time I've gone into an off season that I can remember.
I mean, really, Jerry, are you serious? To me, this means one simple thing. Y'all messed up the money to pay your players. Period. In this interview, Jerry talked about how you can borrow money from future cap space. You can move it from here to here, but you got to assess it the right way. And before you start paying your most valuable players, there's other players who can step up. I mean, come on.
What's up, Eagle Nation? It's AJ Brown. I'm so glad to be here, man. Guys, when I hang my cleats up, it's going to be in that uniform right there, man. I'm so blessed, man. I'm so thankful. Ready for the upcoming season, man. Go Birds.
This is the difference between Jerry and Howie. With the extensions of Devontae Smith signing his contract for $75 million with an additional 3 years, and AJ Brown extending his contract for $96 million for another additional 3 years, it literally just made it harder for CD Lamb to secure his money. And trust me, my man want his bread.
Contract coming up, gotta
secure it.
what numbers?
I can't give you no numbers right now. But I tell you this. One of the top paid receivers for sure.
No,
If not the.
Break the bank.
If not the.
Break the bank.
If not the, brother. That's always the goal, you know what I'm saying? You know, you work hard to be in this position. So just having this opportunity, you know, I'm trying to take full advantage.
I mean, CeeDee Lamb has a point. He was first in total receptions, leading at 135 total last year over the NFL. He was second in receiving yards with 1,749. CD was third in touchdowns, holding 12 for the season. Every year since he's been drafted, CeeDee Lamb has just been elevating on the up and up. Not to mention Michael Parsons. Dallas has picked up his fifth-year option rookie deal, which is slated to cost $21.32 million. Parsons, who played the majority of his snaps last year as a defensive end, was tagged just as such. According to the NFL Network insider Ian, thanks to his multiple Pro Bowl seasons, he's 3 for 3 so far in his career. Parsons is set to make more in 2025 than all of the non-quarterbacks from his class who ended up playing on the option, aside from Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase. Micah would have stand to make nearly $3 million more, which is $24 million, if he had been tagged as a designated linebacker.
Well, there are so many unknowns about how the players are going to perform, even if you know their names. But I know that I feel good about the rosters we've had the last 3 years. Feel good about our record. We all are disappointed that we haven't done better in the playoff last year.
So if that's the case, why not pay the three guys who was responsible for making the playoffs in the past 3 years in the first place? Not only that, you let most of your line from the offensive side and defensive side go. You let them go to the point that the 8 draft picks you had to replace your lines with 5 of the draftees who are projected to start. Don't get me wrong, y'all was good with your first couple of picks with Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe, but they are still rookies at best and have a lot to learn in the NFL, especially going against my Eagles. And how do y'all respond? By signing Ezekiel Elliott? Please let's not make him the answer to y'all problems. He is a third down running back at best, and maybe can help you block a little. Versus when looking at Lane Johnson, the Eagles' offensive tackle, who just signed a 1-year contract for about $30 million, and Jordan Mailata, the Eagles' left tackle, signed his 3-year, $66 million deal. Now, of course, one is older than the other, so Howie is just offering money accordingly. But it's safe to say that the team fully trusts him, and that's why everyone wants to be here, because the culture is just different, plain and simple. The Eagles are setting up everyone to be successful, and that's either with the Eagles or somewhere else. You come here, play your ass off, and make money. That's what we do. With our draftees like Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJong, Trotter Jr., Will Shipley, our new running back, our 2 wide receivers, new offensive guard, and center, they can come here to learn from the best and secure the bag when the time is right. Speaking of rookies, these guys had a great showing this past weekend at the mandatory rookie minicamp. The rookie team got a few reps and got a chance to hit the weight room as well. They also got a chance to talk to some of the veterans who were hanging out that day, like Jason Kelsey. The draft pick center, Dylan McMahon, got a chance to rap with Kelsey about being an undersized center. And who better to talk to than him? Kelsey was drafted number 191 and McMahon was 190, both undersized. The only difference is Kelsey is retired and McMahon is just getting started. Jason Kelsey will forever be known as one of the best centers in the game. And then after the draft, the Eagles add more depth to the roster in signing veteran Mekhi Becton, an offensive lineman drafted in the first round back in 2020 from the Jets. Becton is a massive 6'7", 364-pound player whose career in New York got off to a good start as he started 13 of 14 games in which he played left tackle and was on the field for 81% of the Jets' offensive plays. But unfortunately, he spent the past couple of seasons hurt and is looking to bounce back, and here is a good start. You give him the Coach Stoutland and watch what happens. The Philadelphia Eagles structured the team to be one of the best teams for years to come, while the Dallas Cowboy team just seemed to be tanking every single year. Well, that's all I got for today, y'all. But just do me one favor before y'all leave. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all comment. And most importantly, subscribe. I'm your host, Levi Tyrell, and this is Eagles First and Goal.
You want to fly fast, fly alone. You want to fly far, fly together.